How's it going, Hayden?
Hey mate, how are you?
Good, thanks.
It's good. How'd you get on yesterday?
Uh, a couple of sort of break evens. I was a little bit in profit, but yeah. Today, I've just closed one trade now on the German 40.
Okay.
Yeah, I got in right pretty early, right at the very top. I've just got out just now, about 20 odd pips, 30 pips or something.
Oh, you sold, did you? Very nice.
Yeah, yeah, because I was just watching one of your videos earlier this afternoon, and I thought, well, there's something there that's pretty similar to what's in the video, so I'll give it a shot. And yeah, I got 2 for 1 anyway. That's the main thing. Yeah,
Beautiful. Very good. Nice start.
yeah. So hopefully I can crack on with you in the UK one.
What's what video was it that you were watching?
Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but I know it was number 57.
Okay. The recent one.
Yeah.
Nice one. That one was... Hey Tom, how are you? Good morning. That one... Oh, the zones. Zones, create support resistance, continuation, reversal patterns. Cool. All right, well, let's wait for a few more people to roll in. I'll just get up their news. Yeah, it came on at the end of the stream yesterday, so I was like, let's start this from where we were. What's that movie that was in? Cruel Intentions? All right.
Right.
Morning, Sarah. How are
Morning. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Just a bit tired.
you? Okay.
I see gold's rocketing up at them.
Right now?
Yeah.
Are you trading gold mostly still, Dom? Oh, I see. Yeah, far out. I saw when I was doing the morning routine that we're down like under 25.80 again. Straight line up. Just 100 pips straight up. No, far out. Okay, I think we've got enough people here to start. So let's do a little review from yesterday. We didn't have any news, and we had some holidays in Asia. Right over here. Japan, China, bank holidays. Bank holidays in some more countries as well, but Japan and China were the notable ones. We've got a Chinese bank holiday today as well. We've got a little bit of catalyst today, which is nice. We didn't have anything yesterday to really trigger the market. We've got some German ZEW economic sentiment. That's not 2.5 hours away. Then we've got some retail sales in the US, of course, Canadian CPI. But the big news is the uncertainty leading into tomorrow's Fed funds rate, into this FOMC. So traders are still fairly split on what the odds are going to be. We've gone kind of flip-flopped all over the place. If we have a look at the CME FedWatch, they've been going back and forth between at one stage, it was I'm on the right meeting here. Yeah. At one stage, they were putting only 25% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut. So remember, this is 50 basis points, and this one here is 25 basis points. And after the employment data came out, and which was showed a uptick. No, sorry, showed a pretty disappointing figures. Pretty basic, pretty rough figures for the actual employment, but they had a decrease in unemployment, which kind of wasn't, kind of cushioned the blow. They had some revisions as well, so it wasn't a great employment report. We did see the market sell off quite a bit following it, and then when the CPI came out, CPI came in line with expectations. So pretty soon after, the market priced in that they're pretty much cementing that it was going to be a 25 basis point cut, not a 50 basis point cut. So initially that was met with a bit of disappointment. Now, since the odds have went to a flip of the coin, and now yesterday they're starting to favour that there's going to be a 50 basis point cut.
Oh, good morning.
The one thing that we've got with, if we look at the VIX, I know the VIX is not really it's not really something that we really want to use as a reliable indicator. But ahead of Fed meetings, typically when there's a lot of fear, as in above 19 or like around this like 19, 20, which is kind of like the long run average, above here is when markets start to be a bit fearful of like recession or some other like exogenous factor. If we're underneath 19, it's usually a state of calmness. And the VIX is kind of telling me that the market, like we had that big spike up with the yen carry trade unwinding, or some of it unwinding, and then we had a bit where we started pushing up again. But lately we've just seen it been dropping. And the market's in a pretty state of calm. Like when the VIX is pretty low, these correspond with like bull markets. And when the VIX is high, it corresponds with a bit of a bearish sentiment, like fear, etc. So I feel like the market's not really that concerned about recession or a soft landing, a hard landing. So I feel like we've got a bit of a split. The market's pricing in the hopes of a 50 basis point cut, but if the Fed do cut by 50 basis points, maybe there's something there that they're not saying about, or why they're cutting quite aggressively. When they have cut aggressively, that usually has soon after triggered a recession. Well, a recession that gets priced or gets later. They set the start date of the recession, and usually it's around if they start the rate cutting cycle by more than 50 basis points. If they start with the 0.25%, 0.25%, I think that's what Powell's kind of leading to. I don't see why they would cut by 50, but the market will do. Powell will do what he wants, and the market will take it how it wants. But what this tells me is that there's going to be a lot of people that we're just not sure what they're going to do, right? And when we're not sure what they're going to do, when they cut, what this leads to is a very high probability that there's going to be a surprise. It's going to take quite a few people by surprise if they cut by 0.25 or by 0.5. So I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty explosive meeting. Plus we're going to get a new summary of economic projections. So what we can use this is to compare to previous economic projections and see if they've got any change in where they see inflation being or unemployment getting to. So you'll be able to compare whether the economy has been downgraded or upgraded in the voting members' eyes. Does that make sense? How basically the market's telling us very much split, and it's pretty unusual that we go into a meeting, FOMC, without a fairly strong consensus. There still can be surprises, but most of the time it's fairly clear. But I really feel like this is split now between 0.25 and 0.5. If it is 5.25 and not a 50 basis point cut, so let's say that that Powell does cut by this one and brings the target rate down to 5.25, likely that will result in a sell-off, because the market will be pricing in the possibility, even though it doesn't fully price it in, it will be pricing in the possibility of a 50 basis point cut over a 25 basis point cut. So if they do cut by this, I expect the market to sell. Even if they cut by 50 basis points, I think there's still a very good chance that the market, it might go up initially, algo trading, thinking rate cuts great for the economy, etc., but then maybe when a cooler head prevails, there could still be a fairly sizable correction when just initially anyway, with just the threat of, wait, have we gone a little bit, are we partying too hard here, thinking that they're celebrating a rate cut when there could be something? Why are they cutting so quickly to start things off? Because typically when they cut that quickly, it actually leads to a recession. So it'll be super interesting tomorrow. Today, what I'm looking for is the same thing as looking for yesterday. Just quick jabs at the market, not holding trades too long, not looking to hold trades like over sessions. I just think the trading conditions are pretty poor for like a swing trader, but for a scalper or a day trader or just looking for something like fairly get your 30, 40, 50 pips, remove the risk, and then see where price goes and really just target like close zones. I think that's the best way about today ahead of this FOMC. I think we'll get a lot more information for longer standing trades after FOMC. So until then, until Thursday, then we even still after Thursday, we've still got like UK interest rates, we've got yen interest rates, so expect choppiness this week. Don't let trades be in good profits and then turn into losers, etc. What else is there of note? So yeah, we'll just break down. So what we saw yesterday, I think it was a pretty good move yesterday. We got this was the area that, if you guys recall, we started the stream somewhere around here yesterday, and we had this zone flagged, which looks like this. So this is liquidity. This is liquidity. These consolidations. So we're hoping price is going to drop into this area, and then we're going to look for longs. Price did indeed drop into this area from the initial open. Let me just... Here's the open. Some people took cowboy trades and got in low. Brilliant, good, nicely done. I was waiting for a bit more confirmation, so I got my entry in down here. So when price dropped down into it, I didn't take the cowboys. Price pushed up. I figured that this was the area that price had gathered itself from and dropped. So a little triple bottom, and then we gathered ourselves and then we dropped. This is just a reaction to this. So if price comes back up and it's rejecting this little area right here. So we saw two wicks. So this wick, let me just remove that arrow. This wick pushed up and then sort of fell back. This one here pushed up and fell back. And I thought, well, if this area is making these wicks, but it can't push price down, and we close back above it, I'm going to say that this area is exhausted after we've had such a big extended drop as well. And if this area is exhausted, then the next area logically makes sense is don't worry about this one. Don't worry about this one even, because this is just a reaction to this one, is that if we're breaking above here, we'll go up to the next zone. So price pushed up into this zone, closed most of the trade, scaled in even on this one as price was pushing up, collected the profits, about 25 pips on the first position, a little bit less on the second position. Runner got stopped out as it came back down, and then it just ranged forever. Stretch target was this guy. That was where the stretch target was, or at least like up to here. And it eventually got there, but not without going sideways for about 7 hours. So I wasn't able to be part of the move up, which started at 6:30 random time for it just to break out. But I actually had a buy stop sitting above this, where my alert is. I had a buy stop above here for most of the day, and I got to like New York session. I'm like, oh, I'm done with it. So I deleted it would have been a nice little no stress winner to wake up to. Now went to NAS afterwards in New York session, and NAS I got a nice winner on this one. I got some sells inside this choppiness where price made a low, came up, came down, came up, came down. Got some sells from here down, and then I got some buys from here up. It was a weird one. This one. This is the same time that that German was moving up. And what I was looking at this FinViz screener. I was watching all of these, and I saw like a lot of the tech. Why was not really going anywhere yesterday was a lot of the big tech companies. Nvidia, Microsoft was a bit red. Apple was red. Google was red. Amazon was red. See, Meta's green, but a lot of these were red. And I just did a little bit of technical analysis on Nvidia of all things. Went to Nvidia, and I saw. What I saw was right over here. So see at 6 o'clock. I saw this clean. We got the resistance across here, and we've got these clean candles. And price is now in this clean candle area. So I don't trade this stock necessarily specifically, but I saw clean candles. And I saw this, and I thought so many times. Nvidia. Wait a second, that's last week. Sorry, it looks similar. I was on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah. It's on the wrong time frame. We had this big drop. It almost looks identical. And we had that big drop. We had the little recovery. Price came down. We were failing to break through these lows. And then as we were pushing back up, had a couple of clean candles. So that's around the same time, the 6 o'clock, 6:10. I thought I'm going to give buys a shot because all of last week on NAS, we had a good New York session end. So after London closed, we saw Friday's a little bit of an exception, but we saw like New York session power up. We saw it go strong, go strong, go strong, go strong, all from like 6 o'clock UK time onwards. So when Nvidia was starting to push up, I thought I'm going to give this a shot again and then see if this one is going to in fact push up. So I took little NASDAQ buys towards the end of the day once we're breaking up to see if I could get that little rally. I didn't take much of it, just a small piece, which is good. Anyway, so in the end, pretty nice day, just a choppy day. Now, alrighty. So we've finally left this zone. I hate it when we have a dead day like this, because when I'm looking for liquidity, it makes it a bit more difficult. So we cleared this zone. Now, this liquidity is taken. I do like the market setting up for a drop tomorrow. This was the liquidity area over here that I'm targeting, this red zone, because this is leftover liquidity that hasn't been fully absorbed. We've tapped into it and we've been turned away, but we haven't absorbed the whole thing yet. So because we have tested it, I'm keen for price to absorb the whole thing. So I'm leaning towards longs, especially that especially how we have had this rejection. We've got the euro low right here, and we've got some liquidity in Asia that we could take. Just me has lost sound. Yeah, no, you definitely got sound. All right, I just don't know how to read this. What do you guys reckon? Very low volume, but this area down here did leave some candles that really pushed from there. So potentially this is liquidity. It's just hard to say because yesterday was so low volume. So there's an area there, there's another mini area there. So if we are pushing down from the open in 7 minutes, if we are pushing and we absorb this liquidity and we don't have any sort of reaction and we're just more pressing down further, I'm probably only interested in buys from these areas, or waiting for the low to be put in and then starting breaking structure and then maybe taking longs from wherever the low is put in. But I'll need to see how it comes down for that. Guys, girls, where are some levels that you're looking at? New zone. Oops. Need to find where this guy goes.
$659.
659. Okay, I'm gonna pop it right there. But
It's just above that, I think, actually.
Yeah, might be a bit low.
Yeah, it's above that little liquidity zone that you drew. Well, that's the midpoint, actually. It could... I don't think no, it's quite a narrow zone from yesterday because price was sitting at the same level for years.
Yeah, it felt like he is.
There's another one down at 594. Yeah, you got that one.
That was what this one.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Anyone else got levels you're looking at? Hopefully it doesn't drop into these zones. I would hope it would just go up first. I don't want to have to try take a sell before the buys. I would like to just trust that London could perhaps just push. I'd really like to target these sell zones after taking liquidity up here, because what I want to see is markets just initially on the initial hope and momentum that we've got is to just press and then have the realization maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves, and there actually is much more likely chance we're going to have a 25 basis point cut and then see that drop. I'd much rather that. I would like to see even a price pushed up to, like, it's a long way, but some of these purple lines I've got up here, I would love to be hitting this as a sell zone, this purple one here, because if we look at the higher time frame, I know we've got 2 minutes left, but on the higher time frame we've got these clean candles, right? And we're kind of like, I am cautious about this, that if we are pushing with momentum, once we get above here, there's really not much to stop price. But where this New York session started, this candle started, we've kind of got like the big chunk of liquidity sitting right here. So I would like to target the sells from here if we get some negative sentiment creep in. Other than that, I'm more bullish. Just with that ahead of the Fed funds rate. Like I still think September's much better chance for a sell-off than buys. So even though I would be interested in taking buys now, it's definitely not something I want to hold on across sessions. So hopefully London can just give us a straight move up. Seconds. Okay. Let's just let the open go by. Hopefully it doesn't go up with no bottom wick and just go straight up. I would like to go up, but at least give us time to get in. Or, even better, drop into a liquidity zone and then show us some bullishness. Hey, you got there safe, mate. So I took the euro low just now. That little wick down just grabbed that low. Come on. Just dig a little lower. At the moment, it's got this is liquidity, little mini liquidity. So hopefully we leave a little wick.
I think he was doing a piss, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think he...
If we can leave a little wick, push down, leave a little wick, push down, then we can look to break above that area and then go higher. All right. Yeah, I think above here now. If it can just push above. Don't know where my stop loss would go, but I'm interested in taking this breakout. Alrighty, see how this goes. Where are we targeting? Above that would be nice. So if we're going to get a 5-minute closure,
You've obviously got something on today.
you mean yeah, can I keep looking to the side?
No, that you taking the trade so quickly.
Oh no! I'm not. I want to see it push up. Nah, man, we've got time today.
I'd be happy to wrap things up in 5 minutes.
Okay, so we've taken the liquidity from this bit. We've got that drop. Once we fly, once we move above here, second break of this, we should test the high, and hopefully we get up to that bit. So put your entry above here now. We've got this as that little liquidity zone. It's a pretty strong reaction from that area. But if that was the reaction from here, and we're back up into the zone again, leaving here, I think there's a good chance that we fly. And we've taken out that liquidity zone now down here. This one. So maybe you can get an entry lower now. This could be a scale in opportunity. Like the scale in trade. If we get a lower trade, if we can get a lower entry, then that, rather than being that there's the first entry, but just be calm, because price is heading down at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. If this one can, I missed it. I was gonna say if we could break above here, I would enter. Now I'll wait for it to be above here. Because I don't want to enter too close to this zone. Yeah, it's probably a bit aggressive entering down here. Just wait for this. If this area is not holding, and we're pushing back above, then this wick shouldn't hold. We should at least push up to this bit and hopefully up to the top of the red zone. So wait for this to clear, and I think we can probably even get in sooner. We could probably bring that lower actually. Just got to let this zone clear out. Come on, push. All right, I'm in. I'm gonna enter now. If we can take out this wick, I'll be very happy. Take out that wick and stay above it. I'll be very, very happy. Come on.
You've got very well trained candles. They come on and they do what you say.
Yeah, that's it. Throw a bone up here. For it to...
That's it.
Oh, don't do that.
You must have got a different bone to come back with it.
Yeah, it's like bone. Where is it?
I found someone else's ball. Not that ball.
Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, it's struggling there.
I actually don't like these zones. I'm sort of sitting underneath them.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for it to come and take liquidity again from the top of all these coincidence of session highs that it just popped up into in the Euro session. So above that, I think you've got to put up there probably. So my zone is kind of 18,743-ish.
743.
Yeah. Coincidence of or confluence of all the blocks on a pretty hefty trend line. Or down below 18,950. Oh, sorry, 18,649 sort of area.
Yeah. The more it struggles here, the less I like it. Okay, so the stop's going to be just underneath this one. If it's breaking under there, to me, I don't think it's worth it. That's annoying. Ah. Shoot.
It'll just take you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty tight when I think about it. But I'm worried.
But then again, if you weren't, yeah, like it wasn't like an A1 setup, then I guess it wasn't worth putting your stop under here, right? If you weren't that convinced of it.
Yeah, no, it's more than 1 minute. I think I was just when it pushed up like here, I was like, well, I don't really want it to come back and close, but I had my stop sitting there. If it closed underneath here, I should have had it lower and then waited to see if it closed under there. But
Yeah.
because I just had to this is there. That's what I stuffed up on. Now I got taken out by the wick. You prick. Oh no. Okay. All right, let me just think about this. Yeah, I should have. Can't believe that.
But it was a very unconvincing thing to close.
Yeah, I was a bit aggressive with it. I got taken out by it just coming down to retest this area again, but closing underneath here is a different story. Anyway, I'm not sure if I want to jump in right now again. give this a second shot. Yeah, no, I do. I'm going to get back into this. Okay.
5 minute close will be key.
Yeah, I don't want it to come back down. This to me should have taken the liquidity. It took me as liquidity. So now I give this a second shot.
It was seeking out liquidity and it found it.
Yeah, it did, the bastard.
Should have marked out that zone. Haydos, stop loss.
Okay, now go to this high here. Yeah, once we can clear this little zone, it should just be a straight move up. But that was an error on my half, just keeping my stop loss way too close. I could have closed 50% if I was really concerned about this area, or I could have closed it, in full, but not leave my stop loss there just to get taken by a wick. Yeah, that was dumb.
Also considering that often we see this where this is not support, this is support. So this is like a sort of week down. So where's your real support? It's here. So that's equal liquidity right here.
Yeah, that was dumb by me, putting my stop loss so close. I think I was looking for risk reward then. So this should be the support now. If we're breaking above this level, this is, even though my stop loss is lower, I want this to hold. If it, like, I'm not looking to hold all the way up the top in full. What I'll be doing is when it gets up into this area, if it's showing like some signs of rejection and stuff, that when it gets like 1-to-1, I've got to take some off the table anyway. Very dangerous area. But at least we opened today. We opened over here, right? So we're kind of at the daily open in this whole zone. So I feel like at least yesterday, well, it's not as clear a read as yesterday, because yesterday we had sold off so massively. So I think the buys were a bit easier to take. How's the rest of your session yesterday, Dave?
I had meetings and things, so I was a bit disrupted yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I just took those first few pips and then called it a day, really. I mean, I checked back in, but 740 was lifeless and cold and grey.
It was dead, wasn't it, yesterday?
Cold to the touch. So I kind of took the rest of the day. Yeah, I was distracted anyway, so.
Yeah. Oh man, this well, there's no straight move. I thought we'd get a nice straight move up after yesterday, giving nothing, but let's see. Zhu sentiment, yeah, Zhu sentiment can have an impact. That's for sure. It definitely has an impact on German. I think this one, market's going to have it.
It's almost better when it puts you out of your misery quickly, yeah?
Yeah, it's always dangerous trying to get that volatility at the start, but I thought it'd be like, I'm annoyed about, I'm pretty pissed about that first one. This one here, I'm not too bothered about. Like, I was hoping that we're going to get that move up, but it's annoying to, if it, come on, just move.
I might get there by this evening.
Yeah, I mean, lately I think I was a little bit aggressive on this one, or these ones, because the last week or so, the best move actually came really quick, didn't it? Like in the open, and then it did die a bit afterwards. So I thought I really wanted to catch that first like quick move, but either way, you know, it doesn't. I never really risk a huge amount, so it's not gonna affect me. It's not like I'm.
Do you think it could just be interest rate stagnation, just like yesterday?
Yeah, and they've got the bank holiday as well in China.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. I mean, is that
Hong Kong tomorrow.
Oh,
Is there?
Yeah, Hong Kong's Mid-Autumn Festival. It's quite a big one for them tomorrow.
They're still trading though, aren't they?
Market will be closed.
Oh, is
tomorrow?
because China has their massive holiday where everything shuts down. When's that?
Yeah, Hang Seng will definitely be down tomorrow. I think it's open today. Chinese market's down. But when China and Hong Kong volume disappears, it's a big chunk of Asia. I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it affects the.
It really affects it. It affects the Nikkei big time, but not so much Hong Kong and yeah.
It affects the open, because that's when at the same time that that this is like Asia close during this open. Anyway, there'll be more trades. One thing I'm pretty sure this one's going to die is this liquidity here. I was really hoping that this was going to have taken it, and then we're going to push up out of this zone, but it looks like it still wants to gather some more orders. We've got this zone that's been taken once, but I suppose it can always go. I don't want to have a stop loss that's too wide, you know. I don't want to have something like that. So it's a little bit annoying if it does pop down, but I don't want to have too much risk on it.
Yeah, Hong Kong was, check at the HK 50 today. This was straight up. Yeah.
What was that? Hong Kong 50?
The Hong Kong 50.
Oof, far out. Jesus, that's like, what, how many? 340 pips?
Well, it's Adelaide and Michael, they're probably partying.
Yeah, where are they? But yesterday was pretty big as well. Pretty choppy. Not like today though. That was just boomed.
You're going to have to change the timing of your streams, Hayden. We'll have to come in, play the opening 5 minutes, and then pack it up until 8 hours later. Come see what's happening.
Nah, we've been. It comes and goes. We've had a fantastic few weeks. German, like yesterday was bad, but the rest of the time, German's been awesome. Like that's what I was hoping today, is that we pulled down, had that clean move up. Yeah, that day, Wednesday last week was a bit shitty, but we've had some fantastic days, so I'm not mad at her.
Nikkei's gone completely the other way today. It's just full on bearish. It's not often you see that Hong Kong and Nikkei completely contradict each other.
Yeah, I had that yesterday in the US indices as well. They're open.
A while ago I was watching, because the Nikkei's open an hour before, 2 hours before Hong Kong. And if you watch the price action on the Nikkei and see what happens in the first hour of trading, it's generally quite a good leading indicator for what the sentiment is in Hong Kong. It gives you a good bias for the day. But
Right.
yeah, it would have been a dead trade today.
Looks like a very unconvincing 30-minute close coming up.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe. I thought we were
Really looking like
it's just
tracking
tracking sideways. Look at NAS yesterday. Like when we opened. For equity open. See NAS here. This is 230, and it dropped straight down over 100 pips from the open. Okay, from here down to here, 110 pips, NAS. I think I should be able to do this now. And then you look at US 30, and US 30 went straight up. US 30 went up 220 pips straight up, and NAS straight down. Crazy, huh? So why do you think that happened? Why do you think US 30 was straight up and NAS was straight down? Any ideas?
difference in representation.
Yeah.
Tech versus non-tech, I guess.
No. It was a tech company that affected both of them. It was yesterday, Nvidia. Nvidia, when it opened, gapped down. Nvidia was down a bunch. This is the previous day, and then it dropped down to here. So it gapped down like 3.5%, but Microsoft actually had the opposite. Microsoft, Microsoft is in the US 30. It went like see Monday 230. It just went straight up.
So Microsoft and Nvidia are both in the Nasdaq, but only Microsoft is in the US 30. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's it. And US 30 is only 30 companies, so the weightings all different.
Gotcha.
So what Microsoft did? Oh man, this is really struggling here. Microsoft announced the stock buyback, and they increased the dividend payment by 10%. So very good news for Microsoft. Surprised when they announced it. This is a little bit, a bit of unusual time. But they got the 60 billion share buyback program. They had a previous one as well. So this one, that one just wound down, and they replaced it with another one. But then the dividend as well, 10% increase, or 8 cents increase from 75 cents up to 83 cents. So, very good for Microsoft, or its shares anyway. Pays to pay attention. Technically that works. Anyway, that's why I like the US indices quite a bit. It's annoying when you get like unexpected news. So like I was pretty salty at NAS last week when I took a sell just as we got some extra Nvidia news, which killed my trade. So pretty unconvincing start. Entry is a little bit annoying trying to get that breakout, but I don't want to move my stop loss. But at least we're not going down yet. So if we can clear the zone, if we finally clear it and get above these areas, I will consider scaling into this. But I don't want to scale in unless we get it. I want to see price. I don't want to just scale in impulsively. I want to see price push up here, but then convince, like just watching the speed of the candles move. Sometimes you get there when the candle moves up there and you're watching it. You can sort of sense a scared candle, or you can sense a strong candle. So if I can sense a strong candle above here, I'll be happy to scale in. But if we get a scared looking little candle, and it's coming back down, then I don't want to just let it hit my stop loss in full. But we're in profit. Oh, come on.
I think I just stuffed up. These lot restrictions on alpha are quite tricky on indices, aren't they?
Lot restrictions.
Yeah, they got maximum lots on that you can trade on the profit round.
Only on your funded one.
Yeah. I got on C-Trader, if you change the size of the entry, it just calculates the difference and puts on. So if you own like 5 lots and you put in 10, it'll add another 5.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
I forgot MT5 doesn't do that.
Did you? Are you on the? Are you got the funded account now?
Yeah, it's about to be blown. I'm gonna have to start again.
Wait, you're in evaluation, or you actually passed?
No. I've got one funded on Alpha that I haven't traded for a while because it was in drawdown, so it wasn't making any money. Right. I was trying to recover it today, so I've got large lot sizes on, and I tried to I try to double the size as a scaling entry. It's going to go over the maximum.
It's a first time you do it. It's a soft breach.
Yeah, I think I've had one of those already.
Oh, okay. Hey Tom, how are you?
It's one of those accounts where it's not going well, and you know it's dead, but you can't get rid of it.
Depressing, man. The best thing to do though is not to over risk when it's like this. If you need to take a few jabs at the market, make sure that first jab is not like an almighty one that kills your account.
So the valuation on alpha, you can load up as much as you want.
There's no lot restrictions on the valuation, no.
You just got to remember to change your behavior when you get funded.
Well, technically it'd be better to have the same behavior all the way through so it's consistent. But yeah, there's no restrictions. But the lot sizing is fine, you know, I think. I know there's a lot of complaints about it.
5 lots on gold is a lot. And
oh, too much.
On indices, it's like nothing.
Yeah, yeah. But 5 lots is, yeah, way too much on gold. 50 lots. Is it? No, I think it's 80, isn't it, for the 200?
It's a limit of 80 on indices. On the 200.
Yeah, on the 280.
Yeah,
on the
40 if you're on the 100.
Yeah, 20 on the 50. 10 on the 25. Oh, yeah, it is, Tom. Yeah, I'll wait to the end, I'll sort it. Okay, I don't have a huge hope for this trade, but if we can break out, then at least we kind of got this here. But I'm not trying to look for confirmation of all these things working out. I'd be keen to scale in if we close above here. I don't want to add risk to something that's not looking good. But there's had no volume, so it's just one of those days, you know, like yesterday. But we've got the interest rates tomorrow, so hopefully we get better conditions or better like breakouts at the start, but it's all right. What's Nas doing? Is Nas? Oh, we should have been trading Nas. Look at that. At least it was a clean. It's been some cleaner moves, but Nas is going up. So why isn't German going up? What about France 40? France is not really going anywhere. Is anyone in any trades?
Yeah, I took the one on US 30.
Oh, US 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it, Dom.
I just put the stop below.
We're nearly at all-time. We are at all-time highs, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. So it's pretty risky, but I just thought maybe we'll get a reaction and put the stop below New York session.
Oh yeah, look at NAS. Oh, sorry. This is...
So it's risk-free now. I'm pretty sure it'll come back and stop me out for 0, but if it flies at all...
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything to stop price going up.
Yeah, it's just like, go back and have a look at how many days. There's hardly ever 2 days in a row where the London low is intact.
Oh yeah, you're saying that.
It's a real anomaly. And if you can get the direction right, if you can get an entry where you can trade with a stop above or below the previous New York session. As long as your bias is right, it's a good entry for the day on US 30.
Yeah, I'll have a look at this 1 second. I'm just gonna kind of just annoyed at this trade now. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna this trade's gonna die. All right. Just about out. If you're playing if you're anticipating just range, then it would have been, yeah, that's not really what I was anticipating like that, but yeah, I'm out now. US 30, let's have a look. See, while we're pushing so much, I wonder if I can salvage something on. I've got to load up that chart 1 second. I like US 30. I like it because we've also got that news from Microsoft. So why not?
Yeah, where do you put your stop though? I mean, it's gonna get wiped out when New York opens.
Oh, you got to take profit, right? For sure. Take the risk out. But if we're moving up like we have cleanly, there's not a whole lot that's over to the left. And pre-market, like that's big news, that dividend and stock buyback. So if we can at least,
All-time high.
well, it's just, this is the area here. So I'm thinking if we can push up into this zone, it's not very much. It's like 35 pips, but we've got a little rejection here. German's dead to me today until it starts moving 2 days in a row when there's just been such a slug at the start. I need to let it just pick up its volume before I try again on that. What's that?
I've got to go to an appointment, so I'll catch you later.
Have a good day, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks very much. See you later.
So we've got this little neckline here, and we've got this wick here. But once we can, so this is a little bit of liquidity sitting here. But if we can push up into this zone, push up above here, we might, so especially if it can form a resistance just below it, and then break that resistance, then, because at the moment you can't just chase this trade, because it is just pushing up like so. But if we can get like a little, like, see how the price moved here and then came down, this is like, we've got a little trend line. You don't want to like enter at the height, but if we can have a little correction and then break onto this zone, I don't see why we can't target this little bit. Maybe I can salvage something from the session. No wick and balance left above on the 15. Yeah, that's what I really like, if we can get up to this area. I think that Microsoft news, even in pre-market, could be very positive. Our candle's looking pretty strong. So if it can pull back, it'll be all right. Yeah, German's doing nothing. What German could be waiting for as well is maybe this can get it moving again. This U data at 10 o'clock. So okay.
Are trading that chart at NYSE open on the 1 minute.
What's that? Sorry.
Try trading this chart on the 1 minute at
No,
NYSE open.
yeah, yeah. It's a beast. That's why I don't go with it normally. I don't really want to trade NAS. I'll trade NAS during New York session, but I don't want to trade this during London session. Because I find it could be super slow, but maybe US 30. Oh, we broke through here. Okay, are we going to hold? Okay, I'm gonna have a little go at this one. This will be the last. My confidence is a little bit hit from the German, and I'm gonna give this one last trade for the session. I want to see this level just hold, like these wicks hold. Otherwise it will be a okay, hopefully this is the level. This is the low end of that area. I'd like, if this doesn't hold, I was really hoping this would be, I think that was a FOMO entry. If this can hold and we start pressing, I'd be very happy. Otherwise, I'll call it and just not my day. Yeah, German was disappointing. Now we're starting to move. I just consolidated for the best part. Finally took out Asia low. Oh my god. Dave will be happy, I think. I think that's what he was looking for, that last move down. Come on, push. Push back up through this area. Tested support. Gold, yeah, I don't really. I mean, it moved cleanly, so at least you got clean candles up. Feels like we can see, look, we're gold's in a much bigger range, like 100 pip range. Whether it keeps on breaking, these are the all-time highs as well. So whatever it would do, just take little jabs at the market. Alrighty, we're back in business. 2 minutes, and then we've got the hour candle closing. So I guess it'll be pretty telling to see how this hour candle does close, whether it leaves like a small wick and a big body, or a big wick and a small body, or like a 50-50. Hopefully we can move up with a big body, and then we'll get the next candle does the wick fill, and we can push up into this zone. Okay, here's the new candle, new hour. I'll be right back. I just gotta go do something. Hopefully it just pushes while I'm gone. Give me a couple minutes. Come on. Oh, nice, Colin. 2-1 on pound yen and 2-1 on German 40. Beautiful. Nice work. Yeah, everything was better than the German. Oh, nice work, Ty. Yeah, as soon as we close the stream, it'll start moving. Yeah. Yes, that was crap. Yeah, we can't. Usually the market's pretty good, but yesterday definitely was one of those crappy ones. Maddie. I'm going to have to go do some daddy duties. Maddie's starting to get upset. Tom, hold a sec. Let me just sort this out and I'll get to your question. YouTube, I'm going to end that now. So, bit of a bummer of a session. Hopefully this one works out. I'm just going to let this one play out. So, we'll come back tomorrow, pick up the pieces, see what happens after retail sales. Tom, hold tight. All right, see you guys.